My name is David Lawrence, and I am doing a formal art review on the building of Crystal Bridges. This is my producer, Gabriel Lawrence, and we are traveling to Crystal Bridges via bicycle. And since we are from Fayetteville, it has been a pretty demanding ride. Alright, here we go. Here's a Google Earth view of the site location. The architect, to save some embarrassment, I'm not going to attempt to pronounce his name. I'm going to put it at the bottom of the screen for y'all to decipher it how you see fit. It's located in Bentonville, Arkansas, and is the first major art museum to open in the United States since 1974. Over $300 million of the museum's $488 million collection as of 2008 was provided by Alice Walton. She is one of the Walmart children. It was founded in 2007 and completed and opened in 2011. The building consists of a main lobby, 6 separate galleries, meeting rooms, educational rooms, a cafe, a library, a store, offices, a great hall, an observation deck to the west side of the property, and a restaurant. The collection consists of American artwork dating from the colonial era to contemporary times and is on view for the public year-round. It's free to get in. Don't let that fool you, though, because if you have kids and you have to feed them, then you go to the restaurant and pay $8 for a grilled cheese and some grapes. This is a picture of a model of Crystal Bridges, and I'm using this because it really shows what they were trying to achieve with the design of the building. And I'm going to review this from a formalism perspective or methodology, and basically that means looking at its basic elements, or the shape, the color, the lines, the composition, the texture, and how it all comes together and how it works. And I think that's the best way to go about it, because this architecture, it is modern architecture, and modern architecture in itself is defined as pretty simple in design with the lack of a lot of ornate decorations to the building. So that's why I decided to go with the formalism methodology. This is the observation deck. There's a pole and trees in the way, which doesn't add to the observational functionality, but we'll deal with it. The foundation is carved into a valley surrounding and on top of Crystal Spring, hence the name. The curves of the structure can be seen on site and in this view here, as well as the aerial view, which really showed you how the lines, the shape, and even the parking lots flow with the surrounding environment. The layout provides a harmonic balance between man and nature, almost as if the structure was meant to be there. From the moment you exit your car and enter the building and explore its entirety, you never really feel lost. It's the building kind of directs you where you need to go. The use of large windows adds to the naturalistic flow, providing light to view the artwork within and the scenery outside. The landscaping on the grounds is surrounding the building is also a work of art, and filming was dangerous at times, as you can see. One single aspect of the design is impressive on its own. However, the design in its entirety truly gives it that awe factor, and it's hard to really see that on video. One thing that characterizes modern architecture would be a concept called truth of materials, meaning that the true nature or the natural appearance of the material should be left alone and not hidden to or make it look like something else. And you see that a lot throughout this building. A lot of exposed concrete, a lot of natural wood colors, and a lot of metal. Another aspect of modern architecture is it doesn't make an attempt to hide some of the structural elements. As you can see on the outside of this window, one of the supports on the outside of the window is exposed, and you can also see that throughout the structure. Now, it might be modern in design, but there's still aspects comparable to ancient architecture. Perhaps one of the most evident would be the use of windows, similar to the way Gothic churches use windows to bring in that heavenly feel, or that heavenly factor. The windows at Crystal Bridges give it that earthy feel, and it almost makes it seem as if you're viewing the art from a covered outdoor area as opposed to inside. Modern architecture, one of the characterizations, as Frank Lloyd Wright would put it, is form follows function. And it is basically saying is the result of the design should directly derive from its purpose. And that basically means, does it serve its purpose? And in the case of Crystal Bridges, does it serve its purpose? Its purpose is for people to come in and view art. And does it do it, and does it do it well? And it does for the most part, but there was some galleries that I found were awkwardly divided, and on more than one occasion did I feel my personal bubble being invaded. I don't know why people can't walk down the right side of a walkway, like they would drive down the right side of the street, but they don't. And I don't know why people stop in the middle of an area that's a high traffic area, but they do. And I bumped into more than one person, and at one point my son almost form tackled an old lady down some concrete stairs. So that's one of the things that I did not like about it. I brought this picture back because I'm going to use it to compare with the next picture. As far as the shapes, the lines, the texture, how they put it all together, everything goes together very, very well, and it's very pleasing to the eye. And in this picture you can see that they use the water as a central focal point, and this is one of the things that I also did not like. And in this picture it looks clean, it looks clear, it looks refreshing, and it is very appealing, and that's what you would see in the middle of a building like this. But that's not what I found. This is more like what I found. And to me, that right there does not say, hey, middle of the art museum. To me, that right there that screams catfish pond. And the only way I would get excited about seeing this is if I had a pole in my hand. And I don't know why they would do this. I don't know if it stays like this year round, but this is what I saw when I was there. And the time before when I went, I also saw this. And I seriously looked at this water and wish I had a pole. And nothing about that says clean, nothing about it says refreshing, and nothing about it is pleasing. And I would have to ask why they would put a catfish pond as their centerpiece in the middle of an art museum. Another aspect that's comparable to ancient architecture would be all the curved arches used throughout this building. While they don't exactly resemble a Roman arch, the principles are the same, and it's only got a modern aesthetic touch added to it. As you can see here, this room is really crowded, and somebody just spilled their drink on my foot. The Greek amphitheater design is present on a small scale next to the pond and even on the roofs of the building. The pond and courtyard resemble that of what might have been used in an ancient Roman country estate, like Hadrian's Villa. As you walk through the building, with the exception of some of the galleries, you really never feel inside, and it almost gives it an atrium feel. The use of lines and light to highlight an area as focal point were present throughout the location, similar to that used in any ancient temple or church. I chose Crystal Bridges because I've always had a great interest in architecture. As a matter of fact, I originally started school to become an architect, but I switched to engineering because I wanted to get a job when I graduated. As far as art goes, I prefer art that serves a purpose other than just being art. I believe architecture is man's greatest form of art, as it demonstrates mankind's ability to create beauty and at the same time show us our unbelievable ingenuity as a species. I'm going to rate my experience at Crystal Bridges from two different perspectives. The first one would be just the art review perspective, and I feel like the architect accomplished everything that he wanted to. The way that the building runs together, the shapes, the lines, the contours, everything flows beautifully. the way that if you could put that size of a structure in nature and disrupt it less, I would like to see it. Everything's going to disrupt nature, but it really does almost feel like it was meant to be there. That being said, I'm going to rate it on an overall experience. Now, I get why they offer free admission. They want to expose art to everybody, and I understand that. However, when I was there, I felt like there was people there that were there to enjoy the art. I also felt like there was people there that wanted to enjoy the building, or just families there that wanted to experience something different. But then there was people there that were there solely based on the fact that it had air conditioning and a place to put their butt. One of the problems walking through Crystal Bridges is there was a lot of people not enjoying the art, but just standing in the middle of walkways, blocking up the traffic and taking up space. It's almost like a public library. If there wasn't rules there, there would be people pitching tents. And I said that in the least derogatory way I could, but I see the benefits of possibly adding $1 or maybe $2 admission fee to get into Crystal Bridges. One, you can get some money off of it, and two, it would eliminate some of those downfalls that I experienced while I was there, and some of the people that were just taking advantage of somebody else's generosity. Other than that, I felt like it was a great visit and a great experience, and I'm going to go again.